Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, I've got a really interesting one lined up. So this one is about aloe vera plants. If you don't know what aloe vera is, it's one of these. This is aloe vera. So the sap from these is really good for burns and all sorts of different remedies. Today's video we're going to be repotting this really it's kind of neglected aloe vera plant that I've had on my windowsill for the past year or so. This was a little sucker, a little pup that I took off of a mother plant, a really big plant, about a year ago. So as you can see, it's also produced two more pups or suckers. These are essentially root suckers that it produces, but they are called pups in aloe vera plants. So we'll be removing them and we'll be potting them up as well. So the compost this is in is really not good for the aloe vera. So I'm going to show you how to make your own succulent compost as well. So if you're interested in that, guys, I'll get back to you in a second. We'll make a start. Okay, guys. I've just been in the house and rinsed through. So this is just ordinary sharp sand. I did record a bit of footage. You just fill it up with water, just give it a rinse round, and then tip the water out with trying not to tip the sand out. This just gets rid of any salt or bits and bobs that could be in the sand. This is just ordinary builder's sharp sand. And now I'm just going to sieve a few scoops of this is multi-purpose compost. So it's not particularly great stuff, but it doesn't matter because the aloe vera doesn't need very many nutrients. So we're just going to sieve a couple of scoops of this. So I'm going to go for a 50-50 ratio, and I'll get this sieved and I'll get back to you, and we'll mix it up, and we'll have our own nice succulent potting mix. Okay, so we've sieved our compost and I've mixed it up, but this is why I'm sieving it. This is just to remove any bits of junk that you find in the compost, all sorts in there. So we don't really want that in there, so we'll just give it a quick sieve and mix in the washed sharp sand, 50-50 ratio. So this is half sharp sand and half compost. So this is really nice mix for all succulents, aloe vera, the barrel cactuses, saguaro cactuses. So you don't want too much nutrients in it, and you want it nice and free draining. So this is ideal. So I will back to you in a second, guys. Okay, so now we've got to take the aloe vera plant out of its pot. So I'm not sure what the roots are going to be like on this. It should be pretty well established now because it's been in this. This was just the ordinary compost, that core stuff, so it's not much good really. I just popped it in here last year, but it grew all right. Obviously, it's not looking too healthy now because it's winter, and it's only in the kitchen. Sometimes it's only just above freezing. So, but it'll perk up again in the summer. As you can see in the middle there, nice green new growth coming. And over the past couple of months, we've had these pups pop up, and I've just noticed there's actually a new one right under here. So we've got to get them all off, and we can pot them up individually, and they will create nice new plants. So there's no easy way to do this as far as I'm aware, and we just have to tip it out of its pot. Just support the plant as you do it and give the pot a squeeze to loosen the roots. It should come out quite easy. Right. Whoops. There we go. Some good roots there. Nice. These are new roots, the yellow ones you see. So that's a good sign that it's quite a healthy plant. So we're just going to get all this old compost off now. Gently work at it until we get it all out. Let's give it a little shake and just agitate the roots a bit. Be quite gentle. You don't want to damage too many of them. And we're going to try and remove these suckers as well, the pups. There's a little one there. We'll just pull that one off because I don't really need any more. So we'll get rid of that one. But these ones, we will try and keep as much root on them as we can. They probably haven't got a massive amount on them, but they will root very easily. Even that one I just chucked on the floor, like a little tiny one. If I popped that in a pot, within a few weeks it would have new roots. So you can see there where it comes out from the mother plant. So you just snip there, you can just break it with your fingers. And it's already got a few roots. So I'll show you how to pot that up in a minute. It's relatively simple. You don't need to worry too much about the roots drying out on these. It's a sort of desert plant, so it'll be fine. So this one hasn't got so many, but it's got a nice new root there, and that'll survive. Oh, there's another one there. Another little tiny one. So I might put these in a pot just so I can show you an update in a few weeks. I'll put it down there. We have one. We've got most of this off now. So I'll get its new pot ready. I'll just put it over there for a minute. So I'm going to put it into this ceramic pot. This is a handmade pot, a nice big hole in the middle, in the bottom. So it's good drainage there. Let's give it a bit of a clean off. That doesn't really matter. But this pot's quite big, so I've got a little pot of stones here. This is just gravel stones from the garden. I'm just going to put all them in the bottom there, because the aloe vera doesn't need a huge pot, so you'll fill half of it with the stones up to about there, and that'll also give it really excellent drainage, so that's good. We'll just get the compost that we just made. So there's no point in going to the shop and buying succulent compost, although you can do if you want to save yourself some time. But I'm going to see the point when you can buy a huge sack of sharp sand for less than £2. So we'll put a few scoops in here. Try and get it so you can see it a bit better. So I've got a few scoops of compost in there, and I'm going to take the plant, and we're actually going to remove a few of these bottom leaves. You can cut them or you can just tear them around. The plant will be fine either way. The reason I'm taking these off is just to make life a little bit easier for the repot, and it will also encourage it to regrow a bit better, because it thinks something's attacking it, so it better start growing again. So that's about where I want it in its pot. Try and get it in the middle. Oops, sorry guys. So about there. So You just want to start filling in around the edges and hold the plant still. And gently firm it down and spread it around. Try and get it in between the roots. You don't need to be too gentle with the aloe vera. They are incredibly hard to kill. If you manage to kill an aloe vera, you're overwatering it, or it got exposed to minus temperatures. That's pretty much the only way to kill it. So if it's freezing outside, that'll kill it. And if it's waterlogged, that'll kill it. They can survive completely dry, bone dry, for months and months and months. The whole winter, you don't need to water them really. All this liquid. I'll show you the leaf. Just pick that up. So, not watered all winter. All that liquid in there, all that gel. That's its reserve. That's its reserves. So it will start drying out. It will use all this up, and this leaf will get thinner and thinner, thinner and thinner and thinner, and that'll take months. And eventually, it will die with no water. But it's very, very unlikely in the UK. I'm in the UK, so quite cold winters, quite warm summers. So we can't have these outside all winter. But you can keep them in a greenhouse in the winter, as long as it doesn't get below 0. So we're just spreading it up around the edge and gently pressing the compost in around the roots, because they get quite top heavy, the aloe vera, because the leaves are quite heavy. So you want it in quite a heavy pot, and the stones in the bottom will also add weight to the pot, so because they have a habit of toppling over if they're in plastic pots, plastic light pots. So go for, might as well use up the rest of this compost. I'll save a little bit for the 2 pups I'll just pulled off. I will show you how to pop them up as well. It's pretty simple. So that's all there is to it. So and in a few weeks' time, that will look a lot healthier. As I said, it's only looking unhealthy because it's winter. It's been cold and neglected in that really bad compost. This is the stuff it was in. So this is that cocoa fibre core, and it's really not good for aloe vera. But it was all I had at the time. So anyway, that's the aloe vera potted. That's the main one potted anyway. So I'll show you how to put on the plants, the little tiny ones quickly, the suckers, the pups, and then I'll get back to you. Okay, so we're just really quickly going to pot these 2 pups up. Actually, where did I put them 2? We will do them as well. We'll do these 2 as well, even though they're tiny. And very tiny little bit of root on them. This one hasn't got any. They will root. They will be fine. I can almost guarantee they will be fine. So I've pulled off so many pups in the past with nothing on the bottom, and I've just stuck it in and thought, I'll probably die. But they always live. I've never managed to get a leaf cutting to sprout roots. Apparently it's quite simple, but Never seems to work for me. So I'm just going to figure out more or less where I want these, as this one's a bit crooked. So pop it in about there. So I'm just going to make a hole there. And stick that in there. And just firm around it. This one's got some better roots, so this one will grow much faster than the other ones to begin with. So I'm going to put that one about there. I'm just going to, the general sort of shape of the root, I'm just going to make my hole that sort of shape. And then stick it in. And you can use a lollipop stick or a pen, or your finger. Anything you can find, a stick to make your hole. So that's them two in there. Make it quite firm, because we're not going to water these again for at least a few more weeks until that's completely dry. This one here, no roots at all. Maybe the beginnings of something there, so we'll just poke it in. Do it sort of down to about where that brown bit ends. So this one had only just started growing, so but it does have a root on it there. So we're putting it in. And we'll leave them alone for a few weeks, for a month or so, and then we'll get back to them, and I'll take them out of here and I'll show you what sort of roots we've got on there. Anyway guys, I'll get back to you in a minute. Okay everyone, we've just potted on, or repotted shall I say, these aloe veras here. I did this one earlier on. I didn't bother recording both of them, but this one I did exactly the same way as what I've just showed you with this one. So we made our own succulent compost. We filled the pot up halfway with the stones and placed the roots in and gently filled in around them. And we also potted up the little pups that we pulled off of the mother plant. So this I'll call the mother plant because it's producing babies, so it's like a mother. So anyway guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video and found the information in it useful, hopefully. So if you do have an aloe vera plant and you see these little ones popping up at the side, hopefully now you'll know exactly what to do. So on the next video guys, I'll update you on these, and I'll also show you, because I've got a lot of other ones that I've pulled off. They start off this big, some of them are sort of about 6 or 7 inches tall now, and I've just repotted them as well, but unfortunately I didn't record it and they're in the house, so I could go get them really. I might go get them quick just in case anyone wants to see. So I'll get back to you in 2 seconds. I'll go get them. Okay, so this is just in case anyone wants to see these. So these are all from these two plants, and they all were pulled off around about the same size as these ones. So I've just potted these on, and I've trimmed the leaves back a little bit, just mainly so I can fit them all in here and get them nice and healthy again. In the winter they do look a bit sorry for themselves, but so they'll be alright. And I do plan on selling some of these soon, because I don't know what to do with them all. Anyway, so that's it for today guys. I hope you all enjoyed today's episode, and thank you so much for watching. And if you haven't done so, if you could subscribe, that'd be fantastic. And don't forget to like the video and feel free to leave a comment. And I will see you on the next episode. See you later, guys.